Is common sense so common anymore? Join us at the Tiki Bar Live Saturday, June 6th at 6 p.m. and bring some common sense with you.
Yo, 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 yo.
From the soul, cooking from the soul. Brisket low and slow, yeah, this smoke ring clean. Seafood overload, yeah, you know what I mean. From gyros to curry goat, mix the culture right. Every dish a headline, every cook a highlight. No gimmicks, no stress, just real food talk. Every step documented, every flavor walk. Subscribers locked in, yeah, the movement strong. Winstone Chronicles, this is the anthem song. Say food, say fire, say culture. Say food, Winstone's Food Chronicles, take over. Same fire, same fire, same fire, more flavor. Now we global wide. Every kitchen we touch turn a cultural vibe. Winstone bring the heat, yeah, the flavor unstoppable. Food Chronicles rising, yeah, we unstoppable. Food nice, make my fire eyes, story told. Welcome to Winstone's Food Chronicles. Welcome to Winstone's Food Chronicles, where the fire never cold and the flavor tell the story. Same fire, more flavor, yeah, we level up again. From the yard to the world, every plate I tell a trend. Winstone in the kitchen, yeah, the vibes are never dull. Food Chronicles run it, yeah, we cooking from the soul. From jerk pan smoking to the grill flame, I season to perfection, watch the culture amplify. Steel simmer slow, yeah, the gravy lock tight. Fusion never normal, every bite feel right. Backyard vibes, yeah, the family link up. Big pot of bubble, whole place turn up. From Jamaica roots to a global plate, we not follow nobody, we innovate. Turn up the heat, make the fire blaze. Every recipe a memory, every meal a face. From the pit to the pot, yeah, we do it with pride. Food Chronicles worldwide, come take a ride. Same fire, more flavor. Yeah, we level up again. From the art to the word, every plate I tell a show. Winstone in the kitchen, yeah, the vibes them never dull. Food Chronicles,
Check. Ninja Raid in the building.
Cooking from the soul. Brisket low and slow, yeah, this smoke ring clean. Seafood overload, yeah, you know what I mean.
What's up, family? Oh man, what? I can't keep up with this chat. Wow. Welcome in, family. Blessings and welcome to the channel. So I guess I gotta start off right, because I had some technical difficulties starting out. But you know it go already. They adapt and overcome. You know it go already. So welcome to the Tiki Bar. Welcome in to each and everyone in the building. Look, oh my goodness. Look, Reds, I know you've been hyping it up, bro. So let me go ahead and start with the theme song. Welcome to the channel. Everybody in the building, bless up on yourself. Yeah, man. Bless up.
Welcome to the Tiki Bar, yeah. I want me say BYOB. I that me say pure good vibes as soon as you reach. No disrespecting, so watch your speech. 6 AM sharp, no hunger belly. Every Saturday, girl, bring the jelly. Sing out, Tiki.
Chat is going crazy right now. Yo.
Step up to the bar, we are sister and brother. Nobody bring no bad mind thing in our
welcome, family. Oh my God, I gotta go through this chat.
open door policy, no apology. Winstone and Lynn, your friendly bartender. Real people here, no pretenders. Nights with friends, no hidden agendas. We talk the things them, expert the things them. Make we laugh, joke, cry if we have to. Big people things.
I got Trini in the building. I got Desert living in the building. I got my favorite auntie, Miss G. I got AG on the road listening. I got the Ninja Raid in the building. Ninja Raid is crazy right now. Wow. Who else? Whoop and Snort in the building. Mango Tree. Wagwan family. Who else in the building? I'm scrolling. Box Food. Bless up yourself. Welcome in, family. Wow. It's crazy right now. Welcome to the kitchen. Welcome to the Tiki Bar. It's been a minute. I already know we're in the building. So, I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. Look, let me go and cut off the music real quick. Pure good vibes. So, look, I know Rez promised you something special. We got something special. The only thing that's not as special as we thought was going to happen was we was trying to figure out this camera system, and technical difficulties kind of give us what we didn't want was how the thing works. So we'll figure that out for the next one. But this is the first time we're going to be cooking live on the Tiki Bar. As you can see, we're ready for the war. Yeah, man. Yard man thing. I don't know already. So welcome. I got Red's Cafe. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me go ahead. Bless up yourself. Who else we got in the building? I'm trying to keep up with the chat because everybody's. So here, let's do this. Welcome to the Tiki Bar. Let's go over the rules. The rules are when you come to the Tiki Bar, it's all about fun, having a great conversation. Tonight we are cook. So when you see the topic in the chat, right? Drop a like, and that's how you get your little armband, right? Security gonna let you in and make sure say you're good to go. All right. So once you're good to go, anyone at any given time can step up to the Tiki Bar. That means you can join the conversation, join the panel, right? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if the link is posted in the chat. If it's not posted in the chat, we will repost the link. And we are do this on two different. We have the vertical and we have the horizontal. On the horizontal, you will be able to come up on the link. On the vertical, I haven't tried that one yet. Well, yeah, man. Blessings and welcome, family. We are in the building. We about to do some cooking and we about to have some great conversation. Is what I say. So, as what I say, I was hoping. I know, Auntie. Right now, security is overwhelmed right now because there's so many people in the building. Like, there was like, I paid my ticket and I can't get in the bar. So, to each and everyone that's in the building, welcome in. And if you guys are paying attention to the topic tonight, we're just going to talk about some cooking. We're going to talk about, there's a lot of people that say they can't cook. So tonight we're going to find out if you really and truly can cook. You know what I'm saying? Can you cook? Are you a microwave warrior? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to find out really and truly. A lot of people say, I can throw down in the kitchen. Okay. All these years, everybody said they can't cook, but then can you? Let's talk about just regular cooking. We're not talking about nothing extravagant, We're going to talk about some things like disasters where happen in your kitchen where you try something and it don't work out the way you expect it to work out, right? Or we're going to talk about some things that make you even famous in your family. So yeah, man, BYOB, as the song say, bring your own buckle, baby, whatever the B stand for, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing tonight. You know what I say? And we're gonna cook it live. You know what I say? So let's get this thing going. And as like I said, anyone at any given time can step up to the Tiki Bar. Okay? Lindsay's on the one and twos and she gonna respond to the comments because I'm gonna be cooking. You know what I say? So let's get this thing started. So, first question of the night. And as I say, anybody can come at any time. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you in the kitchen? So, that's what we're going to start with. Put in our chat. 1 to 10. What's your... May I ask you for rate yourself? 1 to 10. How good are you in the kitchen? Let's go. Light up the chat. Let me know when I talk about in the kitchen. Are you rated 1 to 10? Let me say, Trini say, Ola Joe, let's see, Ola Joe said 10. Okay, wow. Trini said 1. Tim said 8. Prof Green said 10 being the highest. Yes, 10 being the highest. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. All right? Because we don't go on the lower end of the spectrum. Oh, Box would say 11. Oh, wow. Okay. 10 for me. So Mango Tree said 10. 10 for myself. Never boy. Nobody. All right. People's good evening. Good evening. Let me say, Trini, no lies. Speak the truth. I burn soup. Wolf and snort say. Auntie say 8. Stephen say, I don't cook. My husband cooks. So he's a 10. All right, 7 minutes. All right. Yeah. Then make sure you get him a blue jacket, you know. Just click the little 3 button on the right side and make them a moderator, standard moderator. All right. So, blessings to each and everyone. All right. Season say 11. Wow. Desert said 10. Okay. All right. That's how we rolling right now. We're going to find out, though. We're going to find out. So, here's the thing. 1 means you're... 1 means you burn water. 10 means people ask you for cater for the next family reunion. So, I don't want to change on the speech. I don't want to change the number, right? So, 1 means you burn water. 10 means that your family will ask you to do all the cooking for the next cook-off, the next family reunion. So, before I move any more forward, do you want to change your speech? Let me see. Stephen and Jacqueline Stephen said 10 if boiling water counts. Yes, boiling water counts. That's like number 2. Auntie G said, I mean, burn water. All right, yeah, what? Trini saying they are 1 now. Okay. So it's still there 1. AG said 8 all the way. Okay. Hola, Joe. Redscape, bless up yourself. Ninja in the building. God will never fail us, bless up yourself. So we are in the building, you know. So we don't waste no time because we want to make people know and we want to find out if we really can cook. You know what I say? So here's the next question. And again, at any given time, let me know if I need to repin the chat, repin the link in the chat so anybody can come up on the live. Because I need some people to help me cook tonight. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if I'm doing it right. All right? So, next question. I think, everybody said them about 8 to 10. All right. So, what was the first dish you cooked that made people say, okay, you can actually cook? So, the first dish you ever make that somebody say, you know what? You have a little bit of skills. What was that first dish? Type it in the chat. And at any time, let me know. Jerry, what go on? Bless up yourself. Jamaica Shore Fishing in the building. Bless up yourself, Jerry. Yeah, man, we in the kitchen, man. And we are so Mango Tree said baked chicken. So Mango Tree, yeah, basically what you say is that your baked chicken is fire, right? That means enter you put aisle down. Okay, me know you talk about Trini, but explain to the people them what aisle down mean because that might mean something else to somebody else, you know. You know what I say? So I know what ilong is. It's a Trini dish. I know what ilong is, but not everybody know what ilong is. But okay, chocolate chip cookies. Okay. So Cheryl, 7 minutes with Cheryl said chocolate chip cookies. Okay. Look, you can't go wrong with chocolate chip cookies. I'm just saying, if you make it right, yeah. Chef Civvy in the building. Hi, Chef Civvy. Red say you prepping some food. Come on, Red. You know you're ordering some food. Talk about you prepping some food. So Mango Tree said, no know about fire, but my daddy say it bad. Oh, yeah, man. Fire bad. Fire for that. All right. So since nobody no want to come up on the panel, again, guys, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if the link is pinned in the chat. If it's not, actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna waste no time. I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna pin the link in the chat again because I feel like I need to talk to somebody while I'm cooking. So let's drop the link in the chat one more time. Danny Freeman, bless up yourself. Baby back ribs. Okay, I'm a Georgia boy. Hey, Danny, I got some skills on the grills, baby. Yeah, I can hit you up with some good baby back ribs, but a yard thing. All right, Eddie, let's go. Let's go.
Where, oh, where were you tonight?
Eddie,
Why
what
did
you doing,
leave
man?
me? I'm singing. Well, I was trying to sing, but you interrupted me.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. We got
didn't
belt
like my
loop
singing.
My bad.
I'm trying to get
The
my camera going right now.
Okay, I got the link. I got the link up again, so obviously it's working. I got Eddie in the building. I got belt loop in the building. So we're gonna talk about some cooking tonight. And for time's sake,
wait a minute. You did this specifically for Gary, didn't you, Winstone?
no.
Do you see the title of the show, Gary?
Oh, can you cook? So you saying Gary can cook?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me talk to Gary real quick. Gary,
what?
Do you see the title of the show?
I'm trying to get over there.
What do you mean? You want me to tell you the title of the show? It says everybody claims they can cook, but can they really?
Well, I tell you what, you've tasted my cooking before, so
he's still alive. And he's still alive to tell the tale. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get food poisoning, Stone.
Thanks for the super chat, Nina. I appreciate you.
Maybe a little bit constipated, but I didn't get food poisoning.
Oh my God! See, he's yeah. You can't take him nowhere. That's what you get for having the Marine and eat your food. And it was probably better than the MRE anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So what's going on, my people? I'm glad you guys came up because what is your signature dish? I'm gonna start because I'm gonna leave Chef Civvy for last because Civvy is actually a legit chef. So for those of you that haven't gone over to Chef Civy's channel, she's an actual legit chef. All right, so I'm getting graded tonight. You know what I'm saying? So. But what's your signature dish? I mean, it could be simple. It could be,
Gary's
extravagant.
Is chicken spaghetti.
No, I don't want you to tell me what Gary's dish is. I want you to tell me what your dish is. What's up, Jerry?
I already know what Gary's is. Hey, Jerry.
No, I don't want you to tell me what Gary's is. I want to tell me what your signature dish is.
What the heck? Hold on.
My signature dish? It's brisket.
Come on, Eddie. Don't. No, I don't want you to talk for him. I want him to tell me what his signature dish is.
I'm not allowed to talk to you no more, Gary. I'm in the corner. Winston put me in the corner. Winston's a mean teacher.
I'm setting up my dish as we speak. So go ahead. Tell me what's your signature dish?
Winston's sending me to the principal's office, Gary.
You're already in the principal's office because you ain't answering the question. So what is the one dish that you make that everybody loves?
Brisket.
Okay.
I can attest to that. It's good.
Okay. Jerry says it's good.
I have had people try to buy briskets from me, want me to cook briskets and sell it to them and stuff.
Okay.
and I don't do it. My mom and my stepdad wanted me to cook a brisket every freaking Thanksgiving after they had my brisket and stuff, and I did it for a couple 2-3 years, and I'm like,
So what makes your brisket better than everybody else's brisket?
well, for one, it's because I started cooking it, I don't know, 20 years ago or so, and I didn't know how to cook brisket.
It's aged.
I knew how to eat it, but I didn't know how to cook it. And so I went up to HEB or whatever, Kroger, HEB, wherever it was, and I asked a guy in the meat market, I'm like, you know how to cook brisket? And he's like, yeah. And I said, how do you cook brisket? And he told me how to cook brisket. And he told me, you can change this or change that or do it how you want or whatever, but the basics is this. And so I cooked my first brisket on his directions, and then over the years I just kind of tweaked it and changed it a little bit and everything else.
Made your own.
And I made it my own. And there's only 3 people that I have showed or told how to make my brisket. My son, Andrew, my best friend, one of my best friends, John, that I've known since I was in the Marine Corps, and Gary, but Gary don't remember.
Well, that was a waste. That was a waste on Gary. You should have told me.
Well, no, the reason I told Gary was because I had just had surgery on my wrist, and Gary helped me prep it and everything else.
And he didn't remember how he did it.
I'm sorry?
And you knew I wouldn't remember how you did it because my memory's so bad.
Now, I will tell you, Jason, Pest Hoarders Outdoors, he helped me smoke it all night, but the brisket was already prepped. He just helped me smoke
we're
it.
still talking about the brisket, though, right? You said smoke it. Okay.
It's hard to
All
stay
right.
lit, though, Winstone.
Okay, I'm just checking. It's legal some places. Hi, Beverly. Welcome in.
Yeah, smoking,
sometimes
it's hard to keep it lit.
You can throw a brisket in the oven and slow, but it's not the same. And it's slower. I mean, it's faster too, but it's not the same.
I agree. So
yours off
so brisket's your thing. We're gonna go to Belleville. Belleville, what's your signature dish?
That's my signature dish, I guess.
Well, if the dish that I know every time I cook it, it's gone first. It's just real simple. I mean, I cook a few things that I really love eating, but the thing that is always gone first and finished off at any party I throw or whatever, or I guess I used to throw. I don't throw parties these days. Was just some button mushrooms washed off, wrapped with a bacon, doused with Worcestershire, Worcestershire sauce, and a little bit of sprinkle with some Tony Chachere's, thrown on a grill till the bacon is nice and crisp. You do that, and that's always the first thing that's devoured at any of my parties.
That's because it's called an appetizer, which you normally eat those before your main meal, Gary. That's why it's the first thing devoured.
Now, hey Gary, all I can say is haters gonna hate. You know what I'm saying? Haters gonna hate.
If you're wanting something that's more of an entree, I can either do the jalapeno poppers stuffed inside of a boneless chicken leg wrapped in bacon, covered in barbecue sauce, or you could go with the we also like to make what's called a bacon bomb, which is a meatloaf, wrapped in bacon. You could go with poor man's drunk chicken. You could go with, boneless.
Stop reading out of the book.
Yeah, Jerry. I know. I know. He's like on Chat GPT right now. I'm saying, which one is yours? Which one is yours?
Go look at my channel. Every one of those is I've done a video on.
I know you have, but I'm like, which one is the one that's like everybody's like, yo, I want this every single time you show up. That's the one I want.
Well, the chicken spaghetti one I got from my buddy Jeremiah. So
it doesn't matter who you got it from, Gary. The thing is can you cook it and do people love it and do people want it and devour it and stuff like that? Because you know, like I said, my brisket initially I got from somebody else. Somebody's got to teach you how to cook, really. I mean, you just
If I
don't.
had to pick one,
All right,
if
all
I had
right.
to pick one,
Y'all can argue offline. I want to hear from Chef Sivy on what her signature.
Wait,
Chef
you
Sivy.
forgot Jerry. You forgot
No,
Jerry.
no. Oh, I guess we're saving the chef for last. Jerry, what's your dish?
Chop suey.
Really?
Yep. I make a mean chop suey, a pork chop suey. But the problem is here in Missouri, it's hard to come up with all the ingredients. I have to
Okay.
drive about 50 miles to get one
What's
item
chop?
here, one item there.
What's
They
chop
don't,
suey?
So what makes it your own?
I don't know, maybe the way I prepare it, but I prepare it in a big pot, and it's enough to feed probably 50 people, but it doesn't last more than 2 days around here.
What is chop suey?
It's lots of vegetables.
It's suey chopped up. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Well,
It's
suey's what you call hogs with. You're like suey, and they come running.
it's
So I
chop
don't
suey.
know that I want that.
It's got pork in it. It's got bamboo shoots. It's got water chestnuts in it. It's got bean sprouts in it. It's got Napa cabbage in it and bok choy
So it's
and a
like
little
an
bit of
Asian dish?
celery. Huh?
It's like an Asian dish.
Yeah, it's like an Asian dish, I guess. But
So when
I do a real good one of them. But I landed my wife with a Cornish game hen with flaming cherry sauce.
Okay.
so
That's how I landed Susan.
So
when you come
that's the dish that when you cook it, everybody wants it.
I don't cook.
Like there's nothing left on the table. There's nothing left on the table when you make that dish,
Well,
basically.
you either make either one of them. There's not much left. The chop suey there is, but that's because I make such a big quantity though. But people go back 2 or 3 times. So
when you come
Okay.
down in October, you're gonna make it, right?
I can do
Okay.
that.
Okay. All right. Now let's get to the chef, the real chef. You guys are just you guys just bum hanging out in the corner. I want to hear from the
Yep.
real chef. Chef, what's your signature dish?
My signature dish, my God. So it depends on who you ask. If you ask Timmy, he's going to say my spaghetti with clams. And
Bananas.
if you ask me, it's my clam chowder. Or
Are we getting personal now? Okay. All right. Go ahead, Siri.
or the smoked chicken and wild mushroom crepe,
Okay.
which I haven't made in a while.
So out of all those dishes, which is the one that every time you make it, that's the one that everybody says, I want that. It goes away very quickly.
Oh, well, that's kind of a toss-up. It's either the spaghetti with clams or the clam chowder.
Okay.
It's
Either
whatever
one of
Cindy
those
makes.
two, no matter which one I make, it's like it's gone.
Okay.
So, I would have to stick with those either or.
That's because
All
she only
right.
makes enough of it to feed one person, and it goes gone fast.
I don't know how to make. Well, I'm going to
All
tell you
right.
a story about the spaghetti with clams. When Timmy and I first moved in together, I made it for him, and he loved it so much that even after we had eaten it for 2 or 3 days, because I made a very large batch of it,
Mm-hmm.
the following week it's like, can we have that again? Can we have that again? Can we have that again? And so fast forward
Good.
to a dinner party that I had. We had like 36 people here, and I made the spaghetti with clams, and it's like that was gone. It was like it was inhaled. It just disappeared quickly, and
Okay.
that was quite a lot. But and nobody touched the rotisserie chickens that I did. So
So
and everybody wanted to know how to make it. And
that was your signature dish.
yeah, that one. But then again, it's like, on the restaurant side, it was the clam chowder.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would make 20 to 40 quarts a week, and it was almost always gone before the end of dinner service.
Okay. So that's
So
your best one.
yeah.
All right. So we're gonna talk about some tonight. I'm making the simplest dish I can make. Like I said, can you guys see the bowls? Can you guys see what's going on the camera here?
I have to pull up my my
Looks like
tablet here.
chicken.
So I'm gonna make.
Yeah, better if you bigified it, probably.
Hold on, let me get over here so I can get this thing. You said bigify it.
Yep.
Right, you just removed it completely.
That didn't seem to work.
No,
Yeah,
not
that-
that removed everybody.
That didn't work either. Hold on.
There we go.
Double click on your picture.
He's on StreamYard.
Yeah, I'm on.
Well, okay.
Now you just take himself out.
Now, you took yourself out, Stone.
Oh.
Down in the basement, in the bottom corner, there's a little square
That's a
box.
nice size bowl.
Hey, down in the basement on your picture, there's a little square box in the top corner. Click on that box.
It's not showing it.
You on the computer?
No, I'm on my iPad with
Oh,
Right
I
now,
don't know
that's
about
audio.
I don't know about
Yeah.
Crapple products. You're on your own, bro.
Yeah.
And he's
But-
in StreamYard, so we're done with StreamYard.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm making some. It's actually one of the simplest
hear Eddie.
dishes. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is like one of the simplest Jamaican dishes. It's I'm making
can't
some
hear Win.
some curry chicken. All right. I say it's simple, but there's a lot of people that can't make it, and it's actually one of them meals that, growing up,
You're right
it was
back.
it was actually one of the easiest things to find, and it's not usually curry chicken. It's usually they call it curry chicken back. So it's essentially the spine of the chicken, right?
Yep.
So basically, what they do when they separate the chicken and make it cut it down into parts, you can get the back was the cheapest part of the chicken, but it was like the most delicious part. So anyway, going back to cooking, we would, as kids, we would kind of put our money together, right? And then, we would cook chicken or flour or rice. And funny enough, rice is one of the hardest things I found out for people that say they can cook. If you can't cook rice, you can't cook.
Don't
And a lot of people can't cook rice.
Don't
You know
say
what I'm
that to Susan, because she can't cook rice, but she can cook other stuff.
So that being said,
All you
I'm
gotta do is buy a bag of Uncle Ben's minute rice, put it in a bowl of water, and put it in the microwave.
that's not cooking
not
rice. That's a microwave warrior right there. That's what we're talking about right now. We want to know if you can actually cook or you a microwave warrior. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can put stuff in the microwave, and sometimes people burn that too. Because somebody put a spoon in the microwave and wonder why it blew up. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, it depends
that
on what
being
kind of rice.
said,
Okay, sorry.
go ahead. Depends on which one.
It depends on what kind of rice you're making too. There's Mexican rice, Spanish rice, white rice, brown rice. I mean, some people will like brown the rice in a skillet and a little bit of oil before they boil it. And
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on. And then you definitely want to salt. It depends on what kind of rice you're making.
Well, I'm just talking about plain white rice.
I can cook white rice.
If I
Okay.
didn't know how to cook white rice, my family would have disowned me.
But there's a lot of people out there that can't cook plain white rice. Legit.
I like to add the Trinity to it.
What's the Trinity?
That'd be onions, bell peppers.
Bell peppers and celery.
Okay. So you like in Jamaica we call that seasoned rice. You
Okay.
like to have the some seasoning in the rice, so it's not just plain white rice, right?
Yeah, but I can cook plain white rice by itself as well. But I usually fry the rice in a little butter first.
And there's a lot of people that can do that because there's a process to it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're gonna cook some rice tonight and we're gonna cook some curry chicken. So while I'm seasoning up this chicken, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. What is the worst? What's the worst disaster you ever had in the kitchen?
What worst I've ever seen or worst I ever had?
No, you've ever had. Don't talk for nobody else. You can only speak for yourself. What's the worst kitchen disaster you've ever had? I got some olive oil. I always use olive oil when I season my meats.
Does it have to be in the kitchen?
No, yes, we're talking about cooking. No, we ain't talking about your
You don't.
personal life. We're talking about food.
Yeah, but you don't always cook in the kitchen.
Huh?
You don't always cook in the kitchen.
I don't know what kind of kitchen you running, bro. But
Cooked
Well,
outside.
I don't know what kind of kitchen you're running, but in my kitchen, it's only cooking going on in my kitchen. What?
yeah, but you only cook in your kitchen. What about them grills you got?
I mean, I'm talking about the kitchen. I'm not. I'm
In,
not
in,
talking about like outdoor cooking. I'm talking about in the kitchen. Well, I guess you could use the grill. Yeah, yeah, in some senses.
how about cooking a pig in the ground that didn't quite make it?
Okay, tell us about it. That's what we're asking. What's okay? So
Yeah.
so so let's use the broad range of what a kitchen means. It could be your stove, your grill, your fire pit, anything that you can cook on.
All right.
All right.
We try to.
Now that we've got our minds out the gutter, go ahead.
Well, I never had mine in the gutter.
Mine either.
In the ground.
Right. Go ahead.
Must
We
be an
tried
Air Force man.
we tried to cook a pig in the ground one time, and it didn't quite work. We didn't leave it in there long enough, I guess. And then the outside was done, the inside what? That's
Okay.
different, I guess.
Now, how did you find that out? Did you have to taste it to find that out? Did you find out the hard way?
Yeah, well, I think we found it out the hard way.
Okay. Did anybody get sick? Is the question. Okay. So it wasn't that bad then, because nobody got sick.
No, it wasn't that bad.
Okay. All right. Eddie, what's your worst kitchen disaster?
I think when I was probably a teenager cooking something on the stove, parents weren't home, and the skillet caught on fire or something, and it scared the crap out of me, Try to throw water on a grease fire, and then but I got it out. It didn't burn down the house or anything, but it was just it was bad.
So you almost burned down the house. That was your.
I didn't. The skillet, and the skillet was on fire and stuff like that. But
Was that before or after you joined the Marine Corps?
it was before. It was when I was a teenager, probably 13, 14 years old, something like that. Maybe even younger than that. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Parents were at work or whatever else and cooking something to eat.
Okay. I got you. We've all been there. Mr. Jerry, what is yours?
I've never had a disaster in the kitchen.
Okay, so you saying you good?
No, I'm just saying I never had a disaster.
Okay.
Whatever.
I mean, if I have something that starts to go wrong, I fix it.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
Jerry.
You can ask Susan. I've never had a disaster in the kitchen.
Susan hasn't been your whole
The only
life.
disaster that happens is I don't clean up. Somebody else does the cleaning. I do not clean.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna keep maintaining because I got civvy. So right now I'm seasoning up my chicken. I usually use some kind of oil, whether it's coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil. I love olive oil because it's a little bit more healthier, as they say. But it's really good with just anything, right? And I choose my seasoning based on how I grew up in the Caribbean, but I can cook anything, and I like to experiment with different kind of seasonings as well too. So anyway, right now I got my seasoning on. I got some jerk seasoning, and I know I'm gonna catch hell for this one. This is Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. I actually use jerk seasoning in everything, only because jerk seasoning has a big mixture of different types of seasoning. So it's a blend of multiple spices. So a lot of people think jerk seasoning or jerk anything is about it being burnt. So here's your lesson tonight. Come close. Come close. Huh?
Tammy bust
Oh,
in.
okay, that's timing. So come close. Jerk is not about being burnt. It's about the seasoning. Okay? Somebody write that down. All right. So, Civi, talk to me. What's your worst nightmare in the kitchen? What's the worst situation
My
you've had?
my worst nightmare was I stepped away from my grill that was on my back porch and went into the house to go and fetch a couple things and got detained on a phone call, came back to my grill on fire, and once when I got that put out, I realized, oh my God, a neighborhood crow decided to unalive itself on the grill.
Did you eat
Wow.
it?
No, I didn't
I
eat
was
it.
gonna say, did you put
That's
some
eating
spice
crow,
on it?
huh?
Yeah, Simmy eats crow all the time.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, you put some jerk sauce on it or something and put it on the grill.
No, that was mortifying.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I think it was there to rob my picnic table that was on my back deck, and tried to fly over to the little side table that I had next to the grill,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know how it ended up on the grill itself, but I suspect it probably crashed into the window because my dining room window was right there, and it's a huge picture window in my dining room at my Seattle house, and I think that's how it ended up in the grill. But it ended up on the grill, and it's like flames, the smell of charred frickin' feathers. It was just not good. It was just not good.
Well, it's traumatic. Okay. So I'm actually glad you brought that up. So is grilling the same as cooking? Since you brought up somebody brought up grilling. Is grilling the same as cooking?
Yes, because you're still cooking the food.
So what's the difference
What's the
between
difference?
grilling and cooking?
There, one's cooking it in a pot or a pan or whatever on a stove or in the oven or whatnot. The
Hmm.
other one is cooking it on a grill. I mean, it's still cooking because you're still getting the same reaction. You're applying heat to food, right?
Is baking the same thing as cooking?
Yes.
That's a good question. What do you think?
Yes. Baking is cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people would defer to that and say it's not right. But honestly, I think baking is harder than cooking, essentially, to me.
Well, it's
Because I
more
feel
of a
like baking,
science.
you have to be more technical with your ingredients, right?
You have to be more exact, yeah, because it's
Right,
like if you don't add enough of this or you don't add enough of that, if you're trying to eyeball stuff, it's like the result could be undesirable.
right.
So
But with cooking, it
baking
doesn't
and
matter, right?
pastry is, yeah, there's more room for imagination, for error, and for it's like, sure, okay, so you put too much salt in your soup. Okay, how do you fix that? Throw a potato in it.
Add a little sugar.
Um,
But how many people know that?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a
And
little bit of
that's
sugar takes care of the salt too.
so that in essence would kind of separate a person that can cook from a person that doesn't really know how to cook, right? Like a simple thing as putting a potato in it. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that if you're cooking anything with boiling water, if you put oil around the edge of the pan, that water will not boil over. How many people knew that? Let me know.
What was that?
So I'm gonna ask the chat this. If you know this, put a one in the chat. If you didn't know this, put a two. Did you know that when you're cooking something that's in boiling water, if you put oil around the rim of the pot, that water will not boil over.
Yep. If
Then,
you also put a wooden spoon across it, it won't boil over.
yeah, that's another method. That's the country method, but yeah,
Well, hey, I'm a country boy. What do you
it
guys,
it, it is it is a method though,
it works.
right?
Did you know you could take a paper cup, one of the cardboard cups,
Hmm.
fill it full of water, set it in a fire, and it'll come to a boil?
Yes, You can also do that with a plastic bottle.
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm.
I
But
just thought,
it doesn't mean you can cook though.
but you can boil water.
You can boil water.
You can boil water.
That means you can deliver. You can deliver a
That
baby.
means you can survive, right?
Means you can deliver a baby. You can boil water.
Okay. All right. I got you. So let's keep this rolling because I'm. Oh, there's a question. What's the question? So why question for you, Winston? What method of cooking are you doing with rice and curry chicken? Um, I'm trying to figure out a question, but for me, in Jamaica, we do it's usually like white rice with curry chicken. It's kind of almost like it pairs together the best way. Like generally, with if you're no, you can eat it whatever you want to eat it. It's either white rice dumpling, right? You can do boiled dumpling, fried dumpling, whatever it is. But for some reason, growing up, white rice was the ultimate pairing with curry chicken. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so simple. It's a simple dish. Does um if I'm gonna he will stew it. Yeah. So it's not. I guess it's stewing in some senses because basically how we do it is we it's well in some cases we call it brown stewing, but you kind of fry the beginning of the process is you put oil down, you drop the chicken in, it cooks a little bit faster than it normally does, which you have to keep an eye on so it doesn't burn. And then essentially you want to because chicken develops its own liquids, right? And as you when you initially drop it in the pan, you want to keep an eye on it. You keep stirring it so it gets that kind of quick kind of sear in some senses. Like it's like when you're searing a steak, right? You get that initial heat on it, the skin starts to draw up, it's about partially cooked. And then once you get it to that stage, then you can add your water, right? The reason why we don't add the water prior to that is because you can essentially there might be some parts of the chicken that once you if you add water immediately, you're gonna basically wash the seasoning off the meat. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, I've been seasoning this chicken for a while. The only reason I'm stirring it for so long is because I want that seasoning to soak in. So usually when we cook any one of our meals, especially me myself, I usually prep this stuff a day or two in advance. I remember growing up, they used to prep it a week in advance. So that if you get the good jerk chicken, that thing has been sitting in a bucket seasoned for like 5 to 7 days. You know what I'm saying? And you find that it's kind of funny thinking about that, right? We talk about preservation, right? People talk about, man, my fridge don't work. Well, guess what? If you preserve your meat, it can last a very long time. You know what I'm saying? If you put some seasoning on it, it will last a very long time. So here's the next question for you guys, and the chat can respond to this as well. Can you cook without a recipe? Bam, let's go. Talk to me, people. If you can cook without a recipe, for the people in the chat, leave a 1 if you can cook without a recipe. Leave a 2 if you can. And for my panel, I'm going to start with the chef this time. Chef, can you cook without a recipe? Because you're trained. Talk to me.
Absolutely, because I think the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune is a great example of cooking without a freaking recipe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Lynn says she don't want me to do that. So, all right. So for people in the chat, if you've never been over to Civi's channel, Civi has a wheel of misfortune that essentially she spins it and you add some random stuff to it. I think what did I add this week, Civi? Possum to it?
No, you added. What the hell did you? I don't remember.
I thought it was possum. But anyway, it was just something random. And it might random for us might be normal for somebody else too, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
because I think food as a culture brings people together, right? And at the end of the day, you never like people will. I feel like people will eat anything if you don't tell them what's in it. If it tastes good, they'll eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it's like once they find out what's in it, it's like, oh yeah, I don't eat alligator. Yeah, you just ate some alligator, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's like food will always bring people together. So, Jerry, can you cook without a recipe? Do you cook? Do you cook? A question? Yeah. Can
A
you
lot
cook
of
without a
times I do,
recipe?
yes.
Do you
I
actually use?
always
Do you
tweak
actually use
whatever.
recipes?
I always tweak whatever I'm cooking.
Okay. Do you actually stick to the recipe, like measurement wise and all that stuff?
No, I don't. I don't measure like that.
Okay.
Like Stevie says, "Oh, you need a splash of this." So I'll put 2 splashes in.
Oh, you like that dude is like, yo, let me get a shot of Jameson. You're like, yeah, I'm
Yep.
gonna double that up.
Yep. a shot of she said we've had put some vanilla in something. Like teaspoon. I went, look, okay, that's good. But that's how I cook. That's how I cook it. I don't cook with recipes.
Okay.
I mean, I have an idea what they say it should be in it, but I don't cook by measurements.
You don't follow the measurements. Okay. Jerry, what say you? Belt Loop, what say you? Gary.
I would say some. By the way, Lisa, it should be 29, not 28. If it's not 29, I got to make it 29. Give me a second. All right. I don't know if that did it, but
So it does. So even if 29 burns it's got to be 29. Is what you're saying?
well, it doesn't seem like it's right. I'm only saying 17, but
I was 17 also.
Okay.
Maybe 20. Maybe she was saying hey to me. I don't know. But it's good to see you, Lisa. I have cooked some things without a recipe, but most of the time, if I'm trying to cook something, I want to see what the person who I got the idea from, how they did it. So a lot of times I do follow a recipe. You know, I don't think it's necessary to follow a recipe all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sometimes you get an idea, you know what would be good in this, and then you just start adding stuff.
And that's cooking, right? I always say cooking is an experiment, but it has to be edible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's because you can cook the same thing 100 times and it tastes. You can literally measure it out and it will taste different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boom's asking what I'm cooking. I'm making curry chicken, Boom. Yeah. Somebody asked me if I'm gonna put it. I'm seasoned here. Lynn's like, "Are you gonna put it on?" Yeah, I'm gonna put it on. Because here's the thing: chicken doesn't take long to cook, right? And the thing about curry chicken is that there's Jamaicans do it 2 different kind of ways, right? There are some people that what they call burning the curry. So essentially, you put curry in the pot. You burn the curry prior to adding the already seasoned meat. And the myth behind that is that if you don't do that, then it's gonna give you the bubble guts. All right. So, which is not true. The reason why you get the bubble guts is because the food is not cooked. You know what I mean? So, anyway, let's move along. Mr. Eddie, what can you cook without a recipe?
Yes.
I've seen you cook with a recipe, and I don't know. I'm skeptical.
You know, you can ask my wife. Okay, hold on. I gotta get this.
As long as it doesn't have to have eggs in it, it's okay.
Okay, it's not me. Okay.
All for the chicken.
Ow.
Go ahead, Eddie. You good? Can you hear me? You still there?
There we go. No.
No, you still got the echo. All right.
Echo.
Hello. Echo gone?
Nope,
Still
there.
echoing.
Give me a second.
All right. So while Eddie's getting his stuff together, we're gonna move along because we cooking.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
You can
listening.
ask Jamie.
No, I'm asking you.
Well, you can ask Jamie. I can take, because of the poverty that we've had.
Mm-hmm.
We've had food at the house that, I've just thrown together and made an edible meal.
Okay.
So, and I've done
It
that.
sometimes end up being the best meals, right?
She says I'm really good at that, of taking just stuff that we have and putting it together and making a very good edible meal. That's why I was saying you can ask Jamie. If you don't believe me,
You know, they
ask
say
her.
the necessity is a root to all good stuff.
I'm still getting echo on my end.
Yeah, we don't hear it.
No, thanks.
I hate StreamYard, by the way. I'm like literally trying to like when I checked this earlier, it was all set up to be like the main screen. But anyway, we're gonna keep this thing going. So, who's the best cook in your family?
Hello, there.
We
I
can
think
hear
I got
you.
rid of my echo. Yeah, I got rid of my echo.
I think this one's gonna start some fights. I'm gonna start with the chat first. Who's the best cook in your family? We'll let the chat. We'll let the chat respond to that. And when you respond, make sure your parents ain't in the building. You know what I'm saying? Who's the best cook in your family? Let me know in the chat first, and then I'm gonna ask the panel. Oh, nobody wants to answer. That's a touchy subject right there.
Hey, I'll answer. I just didn't know if you wanted to chat.
Oh no, I wanted the chat. I wanted the chat to respond first. Let me know.
All right.
Put it in the chat. Who's
I
the
know
best?
what Gary's gonna say.
Well, it's Gary. Never mind. We're supposed to wait for them.
Well,
Okay, but I know what Gary's gonna say.
Tim says Sydney, but that's because he wants to eat. He wants to eat later.
Yeah.
Sydney
Yeah,
don't cut him off.
He wants his pork stew tonight.
So who's the best cook in your family, Chad? Talk to me. And look, if you haven't hit the like button yet, you can step back out the chat.
Can I answer for Gary, and can Gary answer for me?
Sure. I'm waiting on the chat because nobody wants to answer. Everybody's like,
they're putting up faces.
I think they're afraid.
What am I missing? Oh, okay. I see Prof Green say everybody's a cook in my family. But who's the best? That's the question. Who's the best cook?
Desert said her sister.
Desert said her sister.
Even say herself.
Okay. I gotta pay attention to the stove too. So Lynn's watching the chat. She's way better cook than I am. Okay. Some people can't admit that.
Well, I'll tell you this. My grandma was the best cook ever.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what I was gonna say.
My grandma's dead now, but she was the best cook ever.
My grandma too.
She canned her own food. She grew her own food. She canned her own food. She could cook anything. She made homemade gravy, homemade everything. My grandma was the best.
Red said me 100%. Okay. I ain't never seen you cook nothing though, Red.
Yeah.
He said he just don't like to cook. I don't mind cooking. I just don't like cleaning up.
Well,
I've done enough of that my whole life.
That's why I don't.
Well, I think most people have that problem. They don't like cleaning up. I got Lynn for
Gary's.
that.
I don't know who Gary's is.
Gary's is Gary because Tammy cannot cook. That's Gary's answer.
No,
right.
it's not. It's the chef down the restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. Chick-fil-A.
We know where Gary eats most of his meals, and it's not at home.
No, Gary can cook, but Tammy very rarely cooks. I don't think Tammy. I think I've heard Gary say it before. Gary's a better cook because Tammy don't cook.
No, Tammy doesn't cook much, and she does cook some, and I like what she cooks, but I am a better cook than she is. But if you're talking extended family, you'd probably have to go with my mama or Jeremiah. And Jeremiah's like my brother, but he ain't literally in the family, but he is a member of the family.
That's the thing though. I I thought the question was meant for immediate family, but that's why I threw in there about my grandma because if you're talking about in the whole family and stuff, my grandma was the best cook.
Okay. I consider Jeremiah my brother, so you
He
know.
don't live in your house though. I think it was meant for in your household.
All
See,
right.
when you got to be more specific with these peoples, because these peoples are going to take it and just say, "Oh, outside
Well,
of the
I mean,
immediate
like
family living
immediate
in the house."
family. Yeah, yeah.
For the sake of not have to do any cooking, I'm going to say Susan.
Okay. All right.
That way I don't have to worry about her saying, "You're the best cook, you cook."
Well, there are those that are smart enough to screw things up so that they don't have to do it anymore. Take
Yeah.
Eddie and his clothes. You know, Eddie
Same
will.
here.
Hey, we're not doing clothes. We're talking about eating, cooking.
Well, I'm better at following recipes and maybe cooking than Tam. But, you know,
I already answered for you. You
all
were
right,
supposed
now I
to.
get the
You were
answer.
supposed to answer for me.
Okay, all right. In your family, it's your wife, no doubt, hands down, no ifs, ands, or buts. You know,
I agree with that.
I tend to disagree with that.
But
So
of
let
course you would.
so let
You
me
know,
ask this question. What
I'm
is
not.
what is one thing people say they can cook and they mess it up? Like people always swear they can cook, but most people mess this up. Which one is it? Which one do you think is the easiest one? I think we kind of talked about it earlier, but
Rice.
Grilled
rice.
cheese.
Oh
Right.
God.
Oh,
Oh
you can't
God.
mess up a grilled cheese.
You
Come
can
on
mess
now.
Oh,
up a
oh
grilled
yes you
cheese.
can.
Yeah.
Oh yes you can.
It shouldn't be hard, but people mess up grilled cheese.
hey,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eggs? Didn't say eggs.
Oh yeah, eggs is another one. But
So
eggs
here's the
ain't easy. Eggs ain't easy to cook. If you're trying to get them just right, because the thing is you can't tell. You know, there's several different ways to cook eggs, and
mm-hmm.
there's over easy, over medium, over hard. You know, scrambled, freaking omelets. There's poached. There's all different kinds,
But just
and the
regular
hardest,
eggs. Just like
huh?
boiled eggs. Can you mess
Oh,
up boiled eggs?
Yeah.
Yes.
well, yeah, you can cook them too not long enough or too long. But the thing is eggs are very difficult because if somebody asks for an over medium egg, it's hard to get it regular over medium because you don't want you want the white cooked fully, but you don't want the yellow cooked
I can
really
do
in
that.
it and stuff like. Well, yes, you can do it, but what I'm saying is it's very difficult. I can do it, but for one, just cracking an egg and getting the dang yolk not to burst is kind of hard sometimes. Shut
Yeah.
up, Civvy.
Or getting shells in
I
the
can crack eggs with
the
one
omelet,
hand too,
right?
Eddie.
Or getting shells in the omelet, right?
Shells in any egg stuff.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Winston don't catch on to the joke there, Civvy.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Eddie's
I'm
best
just
at,
trying. Look, I got the
Eddie's
joke. I'm just
best
trying
at
to be
getting the eggs out of
professional.
the chicken.
I got the joke. I'm just trying to be professional. You know.
Eddie's the best at getting eggs out of chicken. He can squeeze a chicken and get an egg out of it.
Look,
Yeah.
this is a family friendly channel. I'm just.
Well, you do know that all the pleats in a chef's hat um is
What does it
all
mean?
the different ways to cook eggs, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Traditionally, all the pleats in a chef's hat should equal 99 pleats,
I
which
didn't.
is
Wow.
knowing the 99 ways to cook an egg.
Dang, that's a
I
lot of
got
freaking ways.
99 problems, but the egg ain't one. You know.
And it's not necessarily cooking, it's preparing an egg.
So anyway, my people, I got my chicken is on the stove right now. So my curry chicken is again, it's a very simple dish to cook. Simple because I know how to cook it. But the one thing that people don't know about curry, right, is that you can use too much of it. So if you use too much curry, it will make the food bitter. It will make it uneatable, if that's a word.
Edible.
Uneatable.
Inedible.
No, I just made that up. Don't just go with it. You know, it's
Okay.
uneatable. Same
We're
thing.
gonna go with uneatable.
Uneatable. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people, again, a lot of times people say, "Oh yeah, All right, I give the perfect example. Does anybody have who does barbecue?
I do.
I
Okay,
do.
you do. Anybody in the chat that does barbecue, give me a one if you don't. If you barbecue, like legit know how to barbecue. Like you can do some ribs on the grill. You can do some jerk chicken, some smoked chicken, whatever it is. Who actually barbecues?
Well,
Because this is Season says she barbecues. I'm getting ready to ask a question because there's this big thing when it comes to barbecue. Desmond says she barbecued. Tim said barbecue. Nicole says she already ate, so she doesn't barbecue. She just eat barbecue. She just eats barbecue. All right. Who else? Who else barbecues? Because there's this big discussion about the type of grill that you use, right?
Oh my gosh! Don't get me
There you go.
Oh,
You know I'm
Don't get
about
me
to say,
yeah.
right?
We don't want to go there. We don't.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I wanna go there because I want to go there with some people that know about barbecue. So we're talking about charcoal versus pellet. Go.
Pellets cheaters.
Yep.
Why?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
But no,
Okay.
I'm gonna let everybody answer the question first.
Okay, here's the
Charcoal
thing.
versus pellets.
Okay, here's the thing. With this, that's how I feel. I mean, yes, it's very convenient. It's a
Mhm.
lazy, to me, it's a lazy man's barbecue. You
Mhm.
basically set it and leave it. Okay, you get a little bit of smoke flavor from the little pellets and stuff like that, but you actually turn the knob to the temperature you want
Mhm.
and put it in there and leave it. And the
Mhm.
only time you go back really is to make sure there's still pellets in there. Okay,
Mhm.
me when I'm
Mhm.
cooking a brisket and when I'm smoking a brisket and I smoke it anywhere usually between 12 to 16, 18 hours, I'm awake the whole dang time just about. Okay,
Right.
and I'm dead the next day when it's ready. Now everybody's enjoying the brisket,
So
and that's
you like punishment for your meat. Okay,
and
go ahead.
I do it for fun. But the thing is that I do it I don't do it all the time, and that's one of the reasons I don't do it all the time.
Mhm.
But the thing is you got to manage the temperature, you got to manage the wood, how much you put on. You got to. There's a lot of prep to it. I used wet smoked apple chips for flavor and stuff. I usually cook with oak and hickory, not
Mhm.
hickory. What is it? I think it is oak and hickory. Mm,
Okay.
because oak and hickory's hardwoods that burn longer and stuff like that. And I'll throw some wet apple chips on top of it for the apple flavoring and stuff like that. Now I use mesquite if I'm doing short term cooks like ribs or something like that, ribs or chicken or something like that. But for brisket, I usually do oak and hickory.
So basically, you're
With
saying that if you're using a pellet, you're cheating.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
here's the thing too. I am on a cook team. We have been in cook competitions and everything else. So we have a cook-off team that we haven't been in it for a little bit over a year or two because they canceled it last year.
Nope.
But I've been in a few different competitions and stuff like that. Me and T Rock and some other guys. It's Veterans Vittles is the name of the cook team. It's
Hey,
all
Poopy.
veterans.
Okay. So let me ask Dutlu.
Poopy.
What do you say?
Hi, Poopy. You big
I
baby.
think I don't
Now
think
you bigify yourself. What the heck?
Ah,
A little bit slow on the uptake there, bro.
It popped up. Finally. So yeah, Dutlu. What do you
Yeah.
say? You think it's cheating if you use pellet versus charcoal?
I think that you can use a pellet grill in a cooking competition, so it ain't cheating. So I would just say that I'm better at eating grill food than I am probably cooking it. I mean, although I fixed some pork loin that make your mouth water, make your tongue want to jump up, make you want to slap your brain.
Make you want to slap your mama.
That's right. But I would also say that that's not really my forte. I don't do it very often, and I think that um, I would rather let folks that enjoy it and are good at it do it.
Okay.
Go with that
Jerry,
one.
what say you?
Ow.
I cook both. I cook both ways. I smoke both ways, and Eddie's right. Pellet is convenient
Mm-hmm.
and it's easier. I'm getting too old to cook 24 hours,
Mm-hmm.
so I go pellet, set it up pellet, set and let it go. I'm getting too old to go barbecue and staying up and checking every hour and all that BS. So
Okay. So then, Sibby, what you say?
Oh, I agree with Eddie. I personally I don't like pellets. I can taste the difference for one, and number two, it is a cheater's way. But then again, I've got an electric smoker, but I use wood in mine. But it's an electric smoker, and the barbecue guys they don't think that I'm a barbecue person, even though I do have a grill. And I got a brand new one that's still sitting in a box. And the reason why I've got the electric one is because our temperatures are cold here, and we get a lot of rain. And you know, when I want to smoke something, it's like that's pretty much the only way that I can be able to do that sort of thing. Because
Well,
in reality, we get maybe 2 or 3 months of decent weather a year. Um, so I don't like pellets. I don't like the flavor that it imparts. I don't care what brand they are. They just, I could taste, it tastes waxy and almost petroleum like to me.
I bet if I cook,
Um,
you couldn't tell.
but
my question is, even if you use whether you use pellet or charcoal or whatever,
I pre-
you still have to know how to cook, right?
right, and I prefer lump charcoal to be honest. It's like that's what, or
Mm-hmm.
or even just wood. But and I got a big bag of frickin' lump charcoal over here, and I got a bunch of smoking woods, and I'm not going to go with pellets. I don't like them. I just plain don't like them, and
So
and I
it's
agree.
more of a preference thing. It doesn't mean you can't, because at the end of the day, right? A lot of people say, well, it's like using an oven, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Anybody can throw something in the oven. You still
Yep.
got to know how to cook, right?
Well,
You still got to know how much time the preparation takes, and how much seasoning you need to put on it, and when you need to check it, and when you need to take it off the stove. You know what I'm saying?
well, barbecuing is the same thing. I mean, who's to say that you can't bake something like as if you were baking in an oven on a grill?
Right, and
There's
that's what
been
I'm
plenty
saying.
of
So
occasions when I've done biscuit bread or cornbread on a grill on an open
hmm
fire. I've done that before, and all you have to do is just cover it up with some foil and throw it on the corner of the grill where it's not as hot,
hmm
and you'll be fine. But it's just a matter of what's I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
But it's like at the end of the day, you still have to know how to cook. Like anybody can throw anything in a pot, right?
Right.
And say, I cook this. But you have to know the essential skills to make sure that one, you're checking it, you're making sure that the temperature is cooked internally. Like the one thing I learned when I started doing barbecue, right, was the fact that like brisket is one of the most unforgiving cuts of meat you can cook, right?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
For
Yeah.
anybody that's ever cooked a brisket,
Mm-hmm.
it's one of the most you either get it right or you get it wrong.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there you can cook a brisket for 3 days if you wanted to, or you can cook a brisket for 6 hours.
Yep.
One of the winningest man in barbecue, Myron Mixon. He's got a 6 hour cook on a brisket,
Is
and
it
it's
is
just
it in the oven or smoker? And if it is in a smoker, how big's the dang brisket? Because you ain't gonna cook a brisket on a pit at 250, 275 degrees in 6 hours if it's a big brisket. If it's a small,
yeah, it's
Right.
not
Yeah, it's gonna take about
275 degrees. You can increase the temperature. Well, we're talking technicals right here, right now.
well,
But
yeah, but I'm a brisket man. You can't talk, you
Yeah.
can't say that and not
well,
be technical.
well, yeah. But at the end of the day, you can wrap it early and you can get it to the temperature. Because I mean, competition, right? If you're if you're in a cooking competition, you have a limited amount of time on when you're
Well,
gonna that you have to
brisket's
cook.
usually an overnight cook though.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll start on a Saturday, and the brisket judging's on a Sunday. So you have plenty of time to cook a brisket, 12, 14, 16 hours.
And what I
Yeah.
learned about it was that it's more about the internal temperature than it is about anything else.
Well,
Yeah.
you cook it low and slow. The
Low and
longer you cook it, the more tender that brisket's going to be.
Absolutely.
And you got to wrap it too in the. Well, never mind. I ain't going.
Well, you got to figure out when to wrap it. So anyway,
Yeah.
we're getting off topic as far as the brisket.
Well,
But
you bring up brisket, man. I got to put my 2 cents in.
but it goes back to saying you have to know what you're doing when it comes to cooking a brisket, right? You have to know what you're doing. It's not just I'm just going to get up and throw a brisket on the grill, and it's going to be right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You just can't cook it fast. If you're cooking a whole brisket, that's going to take a minimum of 13 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Low and
And
slow.
that's
Right.
that's yeah, low and slow, and that's with the decal on. You know.
So I got another
So
question for you. This is a simple.
Sorry,
This is,
Stone.
oh, go ahead. Did I miss somebody?
No, I just said I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. Nah, yeah, you good. So I'm getting ready to cook some rice. How many people? What happened? Nicole's staying home. You can still. What season say? I can't see what season said. By the time the food is cooked, it's taking so long. People are starving. They don't notice the uncooked parts. I mean, that's true. That's
Well,
true in some sense.
There's some people that eat raw beef. I mean, raw hamburger and stuff. They don't even cook it.
Yeah, that's
That's
in a lot of places. That's in a lot of places. I actually went to a barbecue place. But anyway, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm getting ready to cook some rice, right? How many people wash their rice before they cook it?
I have. I don't always.
Does anyone understand why you wash
I
the rice
understand why
before
you
cook
wash your beans. You may get some and you sort your beans. You may get some rocks in there.
rocks and dirt, yeah. But
Mhm.
rice is to rinse out some of the starches and impurities.
it? Mm-hmm.
And rice organically. Yes, I use that word.
Stop
Jerry.
it.
Organically contains arsenic. Trace levels of arsenic.
Is that through the process, Civi? Because you're a chef, so you can tell us. Tell us
What?
some of the secrets.
What? Secrets to what? Cooking rice?
No, just some of the things that's in
Explaining
rice that
somebody.
people don't know.
Well, some of the short grain rices, yeah, you gotta rinse that crap out. But the long grain rice, you don't have to.
What's the difference between the long grain? Why wouldn't you
It's
have
just a
to?
different species of rice. I mean,
And-
there's so many different species of rice out there. I
Mhm.
mean, you got black rice, you got pink rice, you got red rice, wild rice, you've got brown rice, you've got white rice, you've got unpolished white rice, you've got
Cajun
short,
rice?
medium, long, long grain rice, and yeah,
Red beans and rice.
No, it's in addition to the rice.
it's predominantly the starch in the rice and the short grains. Yeah, you gotta rinse that stuff out until the water is
Clear,
clear.
essentially, right?
Yeah, and
It's
but
because of the
long grain.
preservatives that they put in the
No, it's not
rice,
preservative. It's
the starch.
it's the starch. And
Mhm.
but if it's unpolished rice, you don't necessarily have to rinse it out.
Is that something you
Long
want to take a
grain.
chance with?
What? I've
Not
I've
washing
never
it.
I've never washed my unpolished rice or my long grain. I don't do that. It's like you, especially long grain. It's like what I usually do is I'll toast that in a pan and then throw it in a throw it into a one of my Dutch ovens with stock and vegetables and herbs and stuff like that, and I'll bake it and then throw some butter on it when it's done. But there's just certain rices you don't have to rinse.
So most Jamaicans will say, if you don't wash the rice, you ain't right. But you're right. There are a lot of rices that you don't have to wash. It's a cultural thing, you know.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing.
Boom asked me if I'm done cooking. No, still I cook. Boom, still cooking.
If you don't wash the rice, is that called dirty rice?
No,
It could be. That's a good question. What is dirty rice? It's unwashed rice.
Sorry. Sorry, City. You couldn't pass it up.
I love dirty rice. It's one of my favorite dishes.
So okay, what's the hardest thing you ever had to cook?
The crap that Civvy makes me.
Oh, for
What is
crying
that?
out
Come on, baby, Eddie.
What is that?
I did not have a good cook last time.
Well, that's because you
The
guys
si-
quitting.
The cinnamon rolls was freaking a tough cook because my pot and I spilled stuff and I got frustrated, but it turned out awesome.
It's turned out the best out of all of ours.
Oh, I love that freaking cinnamon rolls.
I don't know. Mine
That,
came out really damn good too.
Yeah,
that was your toughest cook was cinnamon rolls?
It was pretty tough because it was
They're
coming out of
sugar-free.
my it was coming out of my thing and went all over the counter and the floor and freaking she started out
That's
where
bad.
it was she didn't cut the recipe and freaking I couldn't get the stuff mixed together and I had to hand mix it and it was tough. I mean, with my wrist and everything, it was a tough cook.
He only quit 4 times.
And then my stuff was too dry or whatever at first, and I had to fix that.
no, it wasn't too dry. It was too wet. It was too sloppy.
Was
It's
it?
a-
Oh yeah, too wet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
sorry.
quit 4
Yeah.
times. That should tell you when he quits 4 times, turn off the camera and walks away. You got to coax him back.
But I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of both of these guys for, putting
did a
up
good
with
job.
my nonsense. That was a really rough one because I screwed up at the very beginning and forgot to cut the recipe in half.
So
Because
what
that recipe was actually my bakery recipe from my bakery days. Um, for my signature cinnamon rolls.
Oh, they're friggin'
and,
awesome though. That's
and
the best cinnamon,
honestly,
rolls
that's
I
what
ever
I
eat.
said. It's like baking is a lot more technical than everyday cooking, right?
So in other
Yes.
words, if I can bake, I can cook, right?
No.
Yes.
Not necessarily.
Oh man, come on.
Not necessarily. You trying to skip the line there, Eddie. You trying to circumvent the system. But that's a good question. We should ask people in the chat. If you can bake, can you cook? Because there are people that can bake, but they can't cook. Because I feel like you can separate the two. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you can,
separate, Eddie has problems separating eggs.
Yeah. Yeah.
all you gotta do is put a little bit of vinegar in the water. Did you know that?
No,
Yeah,
So when you-
Did anybody know that you put a little bit of
No,
vinegar in the water?
what they're
it gets the
talking what they're talking about, Stone, is Civi always has recipes where you have like 4 whole eggs and 5 egg yolks, and so I gotta separate the egg yolks from the whites, and I always break them.
Well, I mean, she's a professional chef. That's next level stuff right there. I have rice, man.
That's not enough.
Hey, Lynn.
That's not enough for that amount of water.
She's saying you can't cook, Winston.
Apparently, I'm gonna go ahead and exit right now. I'm gonna let her take over. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Go ahead and take over, Lynn.
Hurry up.
Obviously, she cooks the rice.
No, I don't.
apparently so. So that's what this was all about. He wanted to know how many other people besides him can't cook rice. That's what it was, right?
That's what it was.
Oh God. Oh, I'm kidding. Win. Come back. We love you.
Yeah, he'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, I
Who
will tell
hasn't
you,
answered that question?
Gary.
What?
Woke him
See,
up.
he is asleep.
Yep, you woke him up.
No, I'm listening. What was the question?
He's
What was the
listening.
yeah, I'm listening.
What
I
was
don't
the
know what the question was.
question? Tammy come in and told him to take a nap, so he took a nap.
Be right back.
What was the question?
So I believe he was on. What's the hardest dish you can cook without a recipe? I believe.
I don't know. I usually refer back to the recipe. There's a lot of stuff in there that requires some effort. There are some things you can build off of, some basic methods. Like if you know how to, for example, if you know how to make a what do they call it, a bechamel,
Mhm.
you can take off of that and do some things. But there's some things if you try to make a cake or something, you pretty much have to have all those proportions the same. Not that you don't in other. I don't know. The fact is, I would use a recipe typically when I try to do something until I got more familiar with it. Then I might try to change it up a little bit. But for me, anything that has to combine, if a lot of things, if it's just like a meat, it's a question of seasoning on the outside, and you can take some risks on that. But ultimately, the main thing is you get that the meat the right temperature on the inside.
Mhm.
I guess the bottom line is I'm not really qualified to answer that question. Probably, I'm okay with cooking if I got a recipe, but
Right.
there's, if it's meat, that's one thing. If it's trying to cook, uh, I don't know. It's a bad idea to call on me anyhow when it comes to cooking. Probably, you
So,
know, Eddie's already made me paranoid about cooking because keeps talking about About Luke 29 can't cook. So he's the reason why I changed my channel from About Luke 29 can cook to About Luke 29 eats out. So,
oh,
Oh sure. Oh sure.
well, I'm
I
gonna
just know
blame
what's the
it.
hardest dish they cooked without a recipe.
Hashtag blame Eddie.
Yeah. So what's
So that look just answered that. What's the
okay,
hardest dish you
Eddie? What's
cooked?
the hardest dish you've cooked without a recipe besides the cinnamon rolls?
Macaroni and cheese.
Really?
No. I don't know, dude. I've cooked a lot of stuff without a recipe. Like I said, I'm the kind that can grab stuff and just cook it without, and I'll taste it and say, okay, I need a little bit more of this, or this taste, this way I should add this or whatever. So a lot of times I don't cook with a recipe. Now Jamie, she uses a recipe for a lot of stuff, but she cooks stuff that she's never cooked before. Is why she'll try something new or whatever else.
Mhm.
So me, I just kind of freaking throw it together.
This you, girl.
Okay. Season says lobster.
Lobster's easy.
Is it?
Yep.
Because I feel like seafood is one of the harder things to cook if because you can mess that up very easily.
Yeah.
Well, it
Lobster,
cook
I think lobster.
uh,
I think lobster's easier than
fish.
Shrimp.
Fish cooks quick.
Water. Rice.
I think fish cooks quicker than just about anything else.
That'd be kidding.
Because for one thing is even if you want your fish light and fluffy and kind of a little bit of moisture in it or whatever, but you can overcook fish very easily.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's going with shrimp, lobster, any kind of fish.
Right.
Whereas
Because
pork and chicken, you got to make sure that it gets to temperature to be fully done. And like Jamie, for like steak, like beef, you can have beef that's like rare on the rare side or beef that's like well done. And like steak, Jamie doesn't, she's not a big steak eater, but she wants her steak like almost burnt to a crisp. She wants it very well done, and
Charcoal.
she wants little tiny pieces of it. She don't want to feel like she's eating a cow on a plate. Me,
Give me
I
a
like it
side.
more. I like it more medium rare. I'll eat it any dang way. But I just to me it's juicier on the medium rare side. It's it may not be more tender, it may be more chewy. It is a little bit more tender than if you cook it well done, but the thing is that's how I like it. But people like it different ways.
I
Well,
like it.
ribeye.
I like it off the hoof.
I like mine to mean mug me on the way to the table.
Yep.
so yeah. So again, I think everybody has their particular thing they like, right? So, for example, with steak, if you go to a restaurant and order well medium or well done, more than likely it's going to be burnt, right? If you're not in a good restaurant, you know what I'm
It's gonna
saying?
be dry, that's for sure.
Yeah. So do you make a choice between raw and actually cooked, or do you just does it matter? You know what I'm saying?
But it also depends on what kind of meat it is too. Prime
Yeah.
rib. I just want prime rib warm.
So the cut of meat matters, right?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Because you don't want to eat a medium rare flank steak
Right. And
and brisket. You don't no. You want that just needs to be prepared
Yeah.
totally different from everything else.
Yeah, brisket you
Skirt
don't
steak
want
is another
rare
one.
because hold on, crap.
so it goes back to actually. So my question. So is there a difference for people that know how to cook? Is there a difference in the food that they would prefer to eat versus someone that doesn't know how to cook? You know what I'm saying? In essence, like people that can cook, do they judge food differently than the people that really and truly just are just there to?
No,
I don't.
because there's picky people all over whether they can cook or not. The
Yeah.
the true cooks probably are more critical, as in far because they know how to cook and they know what really 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 good food tastes like. And so the thing is they'll say, well, you did this wrong, or this should needs to be cooked more or cooked less, because whereas somebody that don't know, but there are people that don't know how to cook that are freaking like that food's nasty. Even though it's not nasty, it's edible. Me being in the Marine Corps, I'll eat anything
Mhm.
and just about, unless it tastes like crap. But and
Remember
sometimes
Boondocker, Eddie?
Well,
Boondocker, it sounds
Soul
familiar.
of Boondocker. They used to call it. They said that was steak. It was like eating a Boondocker.
well, I can tell you this. I'm very critical of Jamaican food, right? So if I go to a restaurant and I go go to a Jamaican restaurant to get the food, I'm very critical of the food because because I can cook, right? So I know what I think authentic Jamaican food is supposed to taste like. And I don't know if that's the same with you guys. Like there's certain things that you guys, if you know how to cook it, there's an expectation of what it's supposed to taste like, right? Or how it's supposed to be cooked the proper way. So what is a dish that you know when you taste it is right or it ain't right?
Oh,
I don't criticize anybody who cooks for me.
Not to their face.
Right.
You don't want to do that.
Nope. Because the next time it'll be poisoning me. Even my
Yeah.
wife. I don't criticize her stuff either.
I don't
I'm
agree
glad.
with raisins in a potato salad. That's for sure.
No, definitely not.
Uh,
Those are fighting words right there when it comes to food. And I
yeah.
and I'm glad you guys kind of brought that up. So if you're at a restaurant and the food's and the food's not right, do you send it back or do you just take the L?
Well, it depends on if it's a buffet. I won't eat it, but I won't send it back. But if I'm ordering and paying for a specific food and they mess it up, yeah, I'm gonna say something
Yeah.
because I'm paying for that food and I'm paying for it to be right.
Right.
Now, I don't always do it. If we're in a rush or something, then I ain't got time to mess with it. I'll just eat it or whatever.
Because there's that mindset that you send it back. I've seen that. Have you ever seen that movie Waiting?
Well, I
Yeah.
know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah, you're worried
I love
about
that movie.
somebody doing something to your food
Right.
and back
Right.
behind there.
Right. So it's like, you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So it's like, okay, do I send this back and they put pubic hairs in my food, or do I do I just suck it up, pay the bill, and roll out? You know?
Well, it's like, you know, if you're wanting to order a steak, would you go to a place that specializes in burgers, like Red Robin or yeah, or like Red Robin, for example? Would you would
Mhm.
you would you do that? Would you do that? No, you
No,
would. If you wanted a good steak, you're gonna go to some place that specializes in steak.
you go to a good steakhouse, right?
Yeah, just like, do you go to a Mexican restaurant and order burger and fries and expect it to be good? Well, Mexican
So,
restaurant is a different story. But if you go to a Chinese restaurant and say that you want a burger and fries because you don't like Chinese food, that's your bad for, and you decide that, they suck at burgers, and that's your bad for going to a Chinese restaurant and ordering a burger
or
and
in a burger,
fries.
right?
You know,
Right.
the Mexican restaurant's another story. They put out some pretty freaking bang out food, no matter what it is. For the most part, I've
Well,
you
yeah, there's
know
Hispanics working in Asian food restaurants, American, Italian, Mexican,
I was
right exactly.
so I was
chicken.
just
They
about
work
to
all
ask that.
over.
I was just about to ask that question. If you go to a certain type of restaurant, are you expecting a certain type of people cooking the food?
Yeah,
Yes.
it kind of it's kind
And does
it's
it does
kind
it no, and this is, you know what, a lot of people will try to make this. I'm going to say the R word. A lot of people will try
racist.
racist, right?
You want me to say it for you?
But yeah, no, I was about to say it. But my whole thing is like, food is food, right? Food is a cultural thing, right? And
Right.
I can tell you this. Like, Lynn laughs at this every single time. So yeah, see, she's like, you about to go talk about you about to go talk about it, because I every single time it comes up, I talk about it. So I went to my home country, to Jamaica, for vacation, right? And we were staying at a resort, and they had a little, they have their, so most resorts, no matter which country you go, usually has the cuisine from that country. They have a mixed cuisine, and then there's always a spot that you go that's gonna have like the authentic stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so this particular resort had like a spot called the Jerk Shack. So I'm like, okay, so this is gonna be the most authentic meal I'm gonna have at this resort. And it was probably the worst food I've ever had. And I'm a Jamaican coming back to my country as a tourist, thinking, okay, this is it. And come to find out, nothing against the people the people that owned it were Mexicans anyway. But you know, oh, at the end of the day, it was disappointing, because there's a lot of people that go on vacation and they go to a foreign country and then they want to not eat the authentic stuff, right? And I'm like, well, if you're going there for a cultural experience, why would you not want it the way it's prepared locally? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like if it's supposed to be spicy, like I've been to Korea, I've been all over the world. Devil dog, you travel, but like every country, even within the United States, every time I go to a state within the United States, the first thing I always ask them is, what is your local food? What is local to your? And they're like, oh yeah, this is whatever it is, and how do you want it? I want it how you cook it. You know what I'm saying? Because that to me, that is the cultural experience that I'm looking for. I want to taste the food the way you cook it when you go home at night. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I can't find yakisoba anywhere here in the states like I had in
I
Japan.
love yakisoba.
I do too, man. Oh my god, beef yakisoba was my thing.
I just had some bulgogi the other day, and they were on point. You know what
But
I'm
I'll tell
saying?
you, I have a buddy from Honduras, right? And there's a lot of Mexican restaurants or whatever, and he will drive around to like little hole in the wall shacks, little hole in the walls
Hmm.
restaurants for true Honduran food.
Which are
Like, I
usually
mean,
the best
yeah,
ones.
I mean, and a lot of Hispanics, a lot of Mexicans do not know what yuca is, yuca root, and there's several ways to cook yuca. You know, you can boil it, you can fry it, and I mean, I ate yuca when I was in the Marine Corps with John because Diana cooked it, and oh my god, I love yuca, and I really can't find it like how she cooks it. You know, so I have to go over to their house to eat yuca, and I haven't seen them in a while, but whatever.
But that's the thing. It's like when you to me, it's like if you're going to immerse yourself in a cultural experience, wouldn't you like the food? To me, is the one thing people are not supposed to shortcut. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but you get people like my wife and like Timmy that eat like toddlers and will not try anything new.
He's just over here shaking his
Sorry,
head.
sloth. Sorry,
Well, here's
sorry,
the thing
sloth
about
man.
the touristy areas like Jamaica, for example, is that there's a lot of Americans that go to Jamaica for vacation, and sometimes what happens is that people will go and open up restaurants,
Hmm.
and they'll base the flavor profiles on loosely on that culture. However, they gear it for people that with American taste because um, the typical American is not going to know what real Jamaican food tastes like. Because show me anywhere in this country where there's a lot of Jamaican restaurants, other
Florida,
than maybe
New York,
Florida,
New York
right?
City.
Right,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not in Seattle. I
But
mean, there used to be one in Tacoma that I used to go to all the time, and it was a Jamaican family that cooked there, including the grandmother. And
hmm
man, the food was on point. But then I tried another place over in like Seattle. It was like, what the hell is this nonsense?
hmm
You know, but is like so they have to dilute the flavor to be able to
conform to what
conform to
people can
the
handle.
palates of
Right,
the
right,
typical American.
Oh
right.
my
So
god.
But
that's
again, my whole point is this, Civi. It's like, why eat somebody else's food if you just wanted to taste like American food? You know what I'm saying? That
because a
that
lot of people don't know any better.
you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
the Ja- the Jamaican restaurants here in Houston are all on the west side. There's
Hmm.
Cool Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, Caribbean Jerk Palace, Reggae Hut, but they're all on the west side of Houston. One of them says authentic Jamaican food.
Right.
Cool Runnings.
But how do you know the difference? Like,
I don't know. That's
on,
what the reviews say.
yeah, yeah. But it's like,
So
uh,
hopefully I'm reading the reviews of Jamaican people
well, and that's what I'm saying.
because
It's like
you know what
until
you we can tell you are Jamaican there, Winstone,
Mhm.
because you always Jamaican people hungry.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Winstones, you're making me hungry.
I like that.
Well,
I like
here's
that. I like that.
here's another example. A string of fast food restaurants in the Philippines called Jollibee.
Hmm.
Um, you go to Jollibee and it's like, a totally different flavor than I was very disappointed when I went to Jollibee when we got one here in the Seattle area. I
Hmm.
was very disappointed. I mean, the food wasn't that bad, but it was disappointing because, you know, where's the freaking banana ketchup? You know, that sort of thing. It's like,
Right. But it's like it's one of those things where if you don't know, you don't know.
right,
I'm
exactly,
reposting the link for anybody else that wants to come up. I know Red just asked for the link, so I'm reposting the link. But yeah, if you don't know, you don't know, right? So
right.
if you're not from a certain region and you're not used to like even like I said, when we went to Jamaica during that time, we went outside of the resort. And I get it. And it's kind of funny that most countries you go to, and I've been all over the world. I've been all over the world. And most countries that I've been to, they do not shortchange on, like if you go to Italy, you're gonna eat Italian food or you just don't eat it. You go find you a McDonald's and go eat that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And most countries are like that in the world, where when you travel to them, you, to me personally, and this is just I'm not speaking for anybody else, but for me, if I go to a country, I want to taste what their food tastes like for them, not
Mhm.
for what they serve to tourists. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
yeah. Well, we just recently got a Hawaiian restaurant um, here in my neck of the woods. Actually, it's a couple towns over, but it's a small chain of Hawaiian restaurants, and it's like when I think of Hawaiian food, I think of Hawaiian food, and it's like I ordered something from there.
Hmm.
It showed up on DoorDash, so I ordered it, and I ordered something for Timmy that I had a feeling that Timmy would like to eat, and it's like both of us were like, this is disappointing.
Right.
This isn't like real Hawaiian food. It's like when I think of certain things like Kahlua pork, it's like I expect a specific flavor, and it's like it just wasn't there because I'm more than certain the reason why is because they didn't have some of the ingredients readily available to them. That's another thing is that it's based on availability as well. Especially when it comes to ethnic restaurants in the United States.
Hmm.
Just some
But
of
is
those
that is that
ingredients are
li-
just
is
not
that
ready.
lying to your customers though?
It 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 kind of is. Yes, it is. It is kind of like that because it's like you know.
Well, here's the
So
thing too. I couldn't see me going to China and eating dog, or me going to the other place and eating monkey brain. You
Hmm.
know, because I just think that's cruel. You know,
Yeah,
because
and we're not even
dogs.
talking about the type of food. It's
Yeah,
more,
I understand.
yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't want to go to one of those places and eat that type of cuisine. Like regular Asian food or regular, whatever is fine, but just not the, because I don't consider dog a what's it?
A meal, a
Yeah,
delicacy.
yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. And we're monkey brain for that matter, knowing what they do, to it and everything else.
And that's the thing. It's like I'm not saying
Now
go outside.
kangaroo's a different thing. I'd eat kangaroo.
Well,
kangaroo is delicious.
kangaroo tail is the new oxtail. You know that, right?
No,
Yes.
I've
So
never eaten kangaroo, but I would.
you
Oh,
probably
it's
you
good.
probably I don't know if you've ever eaten oxtail. So I actually was talking to a friend of mine in Jamaica, and they just found out that what they're being sold as oxtail is actually kangaroo tail. And the only way they knew the difference, because I don't know if anybody here has ever eaten oxtail before, because oxtail is very expensive now. But the difference between the bones structure is that oxtail from which is from a cow, right? It's a
Hmm.
cow tail. The bone structure is actually round. The kangaroo tail has, when you look at the bone structure, has a star shape. So it's like a four-pointed star shape. And that's the difference between the two different meats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they found out recently that in Jamaica, most people have been eating kangaroo tail. And I'm like, how the hell they get kangaroo to Jamaica? Yeah, it's like that's the other side of the world. You know what I'm saying? But it goes back to that culinary experience. Is like people can feed you anything if you don't know and tell you that's what you're eating. You know, you heard the thing that about frog legs, right? People say frog leg tastes like chicken, right?
Hmm.
And
Yep.
for me, it's like anything tastes like chicken if you fry it in chicken grease. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because like I've eaten alligator tail, I've had alligator nuggets, and it tastes like chicken. You know what I'm saying? Not because it's just the way it was cooked. It they fried in chicken grease and it tastes like chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you don't know, you just don't know. So with the moose, well, moose said that's why I don't eat tails. I don't blame you, moose. Look, oh, is that season? Oh, that's season. I thought that was the moose. Okay, but it's like you know, you take yourself out of that comfort zone. You know, don't let people force you to eat what you don't like. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
Hey
culturally,
Jerry,
it's
Yeah.
good to experience the food.
you
That's
need to eat some. You need to eat some meatloaf, Jerry.
Nope.
but it's like even with chicken. I mean, there's a lot of animals these days that look like chicken, you know, and you can season up any kind of meat if you season it right. And like honestly, the worst Chinese food I've the worst Chinese food I've ever had was in Korea. I was, we were in Korea, and when I got there, it was so late. The only restaurant that was open was a Chinese restaurant. So I'm like, man, I'm in Korea. I'm on the Asian side of the world. It's got to be the best Chinese food I've ever had. It was the worst Chinese food I've ever had. But then it made sense because it was Chinese food in Korea. You know what I'm saying? So to each his own. You just gotta you gotta be careful with food. And even though food brings us together culturally, again, like I think Devil Dog said, not everybody eats everything that every country serves. You know what I'm saying? So
And can I
go
ask
ahead.
you a question? Can I ask you a
Yeah,
question?
sure.
Would you ever send food back?
No,
Okay.
no. Honestly, I would never send food back. Only because I don't trust people.
Yeah, but what? Let's say, for example, you end up with a Band-Aid in your food. Would you send it back?
Hell no.
Then what are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna pay my bill. I'm gonna get the hell up out of there.
We did that.
Huh?
Remember, I had that
Well, Lynn,
at the Cheesecake Factory.
yeah, she American.
And
Jamaica,
yeah, they kept that.
yeah. Now, I'm not gonna eat it, but at the same time, yeah,
Or a fake fingernail? That's another one that's
that's
you
horrible.
know. I'd be like, here you go. I want to talk to the manager, please, and be like, look, I found this fake fingernail, fake press-on fingernail. Will you please find the staff member that's missing a nail?
Right.
Bring
And
them
then
out
they
here.
and then they take it to the back and send you a real fingernail. It's like, oh, you don't like fake fingernails? We're gonna give you a real one. How you like that?
It's just ridiculous, man. I'm telling you, it's like it's okay to send food back.
Yeah, no,
Now,
I'm not saying people shouldn't do it. I it's more about the service more than anything else, right? So it's yeah, in that sense, yes. If you get bad service, 100%. And actually, that was the kind of the last question I was going to ask before we wrap this thing up. Is that because my food's almost done cooking? As you can see, I'm stirring up the rice. You see how the rice swell up? This is what we call shelly rice in Jamaica. That means the rice don't stick together. You see that? Can you see that?
Oh
When
yeah.
it fall, we call that shelly rice. So
Not crunchy rice.
not crunchy rice, shelly rice. So actually, I'm going to change my question. Do you guys taste your food when you cook it before you serve it to your guests? That'd be the last question. We got about 5 minutes. Lynn, while Lynn is looking for who we're going to raid to, do you guys actually taste your food while you're cooking it? We're gonna start with Eddie, and then we end with Civi. If Eddie's still here. No?
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm here. No, I don't taste my food because I know it's good, but I gotta go win. See you later, brother.
All right, we see you in a little bit, Eddie. All right. We got Belt Loop. We got about 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. Do you taste your food when you're cooking it?
Yeah, I do.
No? I can't
Yes.
hear you. No
Yes.
volume.
Yes, I do taste it. You can't hear me?
We can't hear you, Gary.
I can hear you, Gary.
I can. Yeah,
I
this
don't know
is
what's
the
going
thing
on.
that I
Maybe
hate
it's
about
maybe it's because I'm
StreamYard.
at that
Lately,
2 hour
it's been
mark. I can
doing
hear
this when
everybody
somebody
else.
leaves a
I
panel.
just can't hear them.
When somebody leaves the panel, somebody,
Can you hear him,
somebody.
Civi?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear him. Can you hear me?
I can't hear him.
Yes, we can hear him.
Is it on my end? I can hear you, Jerry.
You can?
Jerry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Stevie, turn your mic off, turn it back on. That's what I did.
Okay, how about
So, Jerry,
now?
I'll ask you while we're trying to figure that out.
And at Bell Loop, turn your mic off, turn it back on. See if that does it.
I don't think it's me. I think it's Sim.
So, Jerry, what's your answer? Do you taste your food while you're cooking?
Depends on what I'm cooking. You know, I taste it, depending on what it is. Yes.
Okay. Civi, you still
I
here?
always taste as I go so that I know how to adjust and when to adjust.
Not hearing Civi either. Can you hear Civi, Jerry?
Yeah, I can. She says she tastes it a lot as she goes to be sure she can adjust it.
Can you hear me, Jerry?
Okay.
Yes, I can, Belt Loop.
I can
Okay.
hear you, Jerry. Can you hear me,
Well,
Gary?
For me,
Yeah, I can hear you.
I do taste my food every time I'm cooking. Half the time, by the time I'm done cooking, Lynn's like, "Are you hungry?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah, you're not hungry after you done cooking all that
Yeah.
stuff, tasting it. That's my
And that,
problem too.
yeah. And for me, that's important. Like I want to make one. I want to make sure the food is edible, and I want to make sure the people that are going to eat my food enjoy my food. So one of the things for me is food is a passion for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I love when people enjoy my food. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, it's Lynn's over here stressed out. We're almost done, Lynn.
Yeah.
But she's looking for a raid. Any
Cook with love, eat with passion.
You rate Eddie's because Eddie starts in 3 minutes.
yeah, that's kind of the normal rotation because there's not a lot of people that's live on a Saturday night at
Eddie
7
and then
p.m.
Belt Loop.
Yeah, it's usually Eddie then Belt Loop. But yeah, it's at the end of the day, you know, like I said, food brings us together. It's a cultural thing. And I feel like one, we shouldn't judge each other based on what we like or what we don't like. You know, it's just to me trying to immerse yourself in the culture itself. So wherever you travel to, whether it's even within your own country, if it's we know country food tastes different from city food. You know, I'm a foodie. I like food. I
don't
can tell the
blame her.
difference
Same
in
person.
the types of food. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the discussion was about just, a lot of people claim they can cook, but we know the people that can cook. That's the people we eat from.
Yeah, I don't. I never complain about anybody that's cooking for me.
No?
Nope, they're cooking for
I,
me.
yeah, I mean,
I
I'm
mean,
not gonna
that's good.
I'm not gonna complain, but I will honestly tell someone if I don't like the food. Maybe I'm too honest, but
Yeah.
I expect that the people that eat my food is gonna tell me the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, be honest with me and say, look, yeah, this wasn't good, because it helps me. It helps me to to cook better, you know, and be a better. I'm not a chef. I just play one on TV, but that's what it boils down to. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. Where we going, Lynn? Okay, we going over to Devil Dogs. So you guys don't leave the chat. I got a nice little airline set up for y'all. My curry chicken's almost done. As you can see, my rice is almost done. And I'm actually doing a second cook over here in the oven. That's the next video y'all need to check in on. But thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't torture you guys too much because you didn't get to see too much of the food. But I'm over here making some curry chicken. And we're
So
going to enjoy it.
I ate dinner. It was hot dogs.
I haven't cooked dinner yet.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
Right? You're still alive. So anyway,
Yep.
you guys stay in the chat. We're going to go over to Devil Dogs, hang out over there. It's always a good time. Good people, good family, good friends. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate you all. And we're going to strap in, type in. I'm going to put it in the chat. Lynn, you going to put it in the chat for me? So when we get over there, type in hashtag FOODFINYAM, Food for Nyam raid. Hashtag Food for Nyam. There you go. All right. So hold on to your seatbelts, because the Food for Nyam Airlines is about to take off here shortly. Hold on. Let me get. So,
Good night.
All right. I'll see you guys over at Devil Dogs. Have a good night. Thanks for being here.
Good night,
Have a great
Win.
weekend. Let's
I don't know
go.
if you can hear me,
Strap
Win.
in.
Good night.
This is Food Pinyam Airlines, where the journey is just as satisfying as the destination. So buckle up, secure your food, and let's grow.
Here is your jerk chicken. Enjoy your meal.